Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Crypto Cosmonaut checking in. This is second week, 2018, December. Just going for a stroll. Gonna catch up, try and catch up on some things. Like the markets, what's there to catch up on, right? Well, no, there's a lot of action. I mean, the legacy markets are looking like the crypto markets with their volatility. See these 8 swings in a day. Shut down the market last. And we've had some action ever since. That plunge protection team is working overtime, huh? Yeah. Wanted to talk about a few things today. The title. What did I put as the title to this? Blockchain. I know cannabis is in there. Something about the. I mean, this is going to transform our economy. We are going to be booming. You know, I mean, originally how things set out, you know, back in the early part of the last century, when the car was made, you know, Henry Ford had made a car out of hemp, and I mean, fueled it and everything. Thing was indestructible. Is that the word? I guess. Yeah. But good old petroleum worked its. Yeah, so I got where I had left off anyway, talking about the hemp and how about U.S. oil production. We're not dependent on any other country anymore. We're the #1 producer of oil in the world. And the third topic, building the wall. I'm happy with building the wall. I'm happy with anybody coming into the country. Just coming through the gate, let us know who you are. And there won't be a beef about anything. Let's do it the right way. I'm behind you, POTUS, 100%. Talk a little bit about blockchain, Bitcoin. Specifically EOS. I mean, we were getting into the markets there for a little bit. Oh, the legacy markets. Where are they sitting at? Last week, past couple weeks back, you know, 25,000, and they're swinging, 800-point swings, 1,000-point swings. We're in for some type of a correction, no doubt. Got the plunge protection team working overtime. Yeah, we'll see about that. Comes down to blockchain and Bitcoin. I wouldn't keep. I mean, if you're going to be into crypto, you better know what a private key is and cold storage is, and you really don't want to have. You don't want to have, I don't care what crypto it is, you don't want to have it on exchanges. I mean, me in particular, I don't even like desktop wallets. I mean, those it's all right. Exodus is all right. I know they had a problem with EOS for some issue, but Ledger Nano, Trezor, it's the way to go, no doubt. But as far as the crypto markets, yeah, they're in for another downswing. BTC sitting about 3,300 or whatnot. I think it'll really kick in when people see it too. When it's in the 2,000 range, 2,900 or whatever, that may switch on the emotion, because we have to have a kick. there's got to be a kick before the new year. I can't see this whole year being down. Watch it be the last week or two in December that we shoot up for a little bit. I'm not saying we're going to go back to 20,000, but we should have a pretty good retracement. EOS, you know, talked about the crypto event last year. Totally speculative event, totally retail event, no doubt. And on the downswing of this whole year, this whole market, just like years past, but this year more so, how the market has been building. You know, you're shaking all the weak hands out, most definitely, but this market has been building, specifically EOS. I mean, for what they have going on behind the scenes, their whole economy and ecosystem is fabulous. Fabulous. I just got some of the Roy token, and it's airdrop after airdrop. You're able to stake and earn. I would say that EOS is far from a speculative asset right now, because clearly you could see the use case for it. And you got a lot of, you have many influencers out there that I particularly have great respect for, whether it's Bitcoin Ben or Bix. Jay Snip doesn't really talk too much about EOS though. And Silvertooth, all these guys, I mean, they talked about EOS for a time there last year, and everybody was real excited about it. I mean, just as excited as about talking about Populous or Litecoin. And I don't know what happened, you know, and I understand the research and everything that Bix has done for certain players in the space. But you know, that has nothing to do with what the platform itself is accomplishing. You know, and I'm not comparing it to Litecoin. I mean, it's a totally different monster. Because Litecoin is, I could see Litecoin leading the way. You know, no doubt. With that major move, what was it? 2/3 of the Litecoin in that transaction? Or transactions, the simultaneous transaction that happened, there was over $1 billion in Litecoin. You know, I could see the UN having control of that, and I'm with you. How as far as Charlie Lee got rid of all of his Litecoin, and now Litecoin is the right coin. I ain't arguing that. And you know, I'm not going to be married to any specific token, but EOS, I have to say, is impressing me more and more every day. And we're going to see this token. We're going to see it in the top 2 in the future. I don't know how long it's going to take. Could you imagine this next bull run? I mean, we're seeing everything coming together. All the building that gets done in the bear market. A lot gets accomplished in the bear market, and we can clearly see that. I'm happy to report what the activity in EOS. And the accessibility, you know, started out where we were just waiting for some kind of mobile application to get going after the Genesis snapshot, and they launched the product. By the way, you know, we're only talking 6 months old here, and last I checked on Blocktivity was 44 million transactions in a 7-day period. I mean, that puts us around 4,000 TPS. Awesome. Totally awesome. Crypto's awesome. Crypto's awesome. Um, and we got the event January 3rd. See, the Bitcoin white paper came out on Halloween, October 31st, 2008. So we had the layout, we had the architectural framework put out there. But now in January, we're coming up to the Genesis snapshot, or the Genesis of BTC, and what Trace Meyer is putting together here for everybody to take not only their Bitcoin, but all of their crypto. I'm behind him 100%. You must get your cryptos off of the exchanges, out of third-party hands. Get them into your private wallet. Put it into your desktop wallet. Put it into your Trezor or your Ledger. And let's give the system a shot. And practice good crypto etiquette. Because truly, who controls your wealth, your monetary wealth? That's what it comes down to: financial sovereignty. And yes, the EOS market is extremely active. Extremely active. I'm wondering when there's going to be a mobile scatter. So we have scatter for the desktop. You have to have scatter wallet. Well, it started out you needed to put the scatter on through the Chrome browser, but now they have the desktop application for scatter. You can go in through Chrome. You can go through into Firefox. You can go through any of the platforms now, the way Scatter's set up. And I still can't play the dApps, some of the dApps. When you go on the new decks, well, for mobile applications, you have the Lynx wallet, you have Token Pocket, and the Meet One app. All those access the EOS blockchain, and you can access all the dApps. You can access all the exchanges, and of course, all of your wallets on the blockchain, moving all your tokens. Problem is, right now, if I want to go into RO Vegas and play some blackjack or some poker, my mobile, because it just doesn't have the scatter wallet available for the mobile yet. At least it's not that I'm made aware of yet. So I'm looking forward to that application. I did pick up some RIDL tokens, and I do not know where I got them. I could have sworn I got them off of like the BT or TDEX or. I went back on there. I couldn't find them. I got a couple bags of them. But yes, the new decks, as far as EOS, between Token Pocket, Lynx, and for different things, I use the different apps for. Like for Lynx, to go into Lynx and you want to send any tokens, whether it be EOS or any of the airdrops, very quickly with Lynx. I like sending tokens with Lynx. To access the exchanges, I prefer to go on Token Pocket. And to assess all of the tokens, as far as the values, maybe buy some RAM or some CPU, those kind of actions I use for the Meet One app. And I do have the More.1 app where you can get the EOS candy. But the only thing with that is it's more of an Asian app. is you have to share, and I don't know anybody that's got WeChat. So there's a couple different social platforms you have to share with in order to receive the candy, the tokens. So I haven't been able to do much more than one. I just think it's cool, so I'm hanging on to it. A lot of Chinese on it, hard to understand. But just like any of the other platforms, they're progressing, they're building as they go. And every time I go back to see something new, I see something new on these platforms, so it's exciting. And you don't get that with these other tokens. EOS is the token with the most action. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. There's a lot of people against it. It's the community's building. I don't care what you say. The community's building, and it's badass. It's really awesome. But as far as the crypto market goes, man, everything's on sale, man. Just want to buy a bag every day. I want to get a bag of this and a bag of that. Whew. But from what I'm thinking, there's going to be another downswing, and it'll be the third. It'll be the third bottom coming down in the past few weeks. And like I said, once it gets below the $3,000 mark and we're into the 2,000 range, hopefully that'll change people's emotions and maybe turn on something. And then, you got your manipulation, your manipulators, however that's going. I understand the market's not going to go until they're ready for it to go. But in this time here, we have an opportunity for the ones who were sitting in this market last year at this time and said, man, would have been nice to get Veritasium at $10. Or it would have been nice to get Litecoin at $25. Oh, would have been nice to get Bitcoin at 3,000. It's all here. It's all here and now. And you got to understand that this application, this economy, this paradigm is not going anywhere. Remember, cryptocurrency and blockchain removes the human element. Okay, so it's accountability, auditability in real time, consensus. Nothing can compete with it. Nothing can compete with it. And once we get to the point where it's just like a normal application and people don't even realize that they're using blockchain, that's when we're going to move. And we're going to move fast, and we're going to move up fast. So we're in for a ride in the next couple of years. We're only 10 years into this cryptocurrency with Bitcoin, and it's really just getting started. It's really just getting started. It's definitely an exciting thing to be a part of. I'm coming from a mentality of a gold and silver bug. This pulls you in because it's even better. Even better. Anyway, just checking in here for third week of December, Crypto Cosmonaut, my vlog. Hopefully they get better and better. Things to talk about, things to do. Hey, God bless.